Northwest Territories and from throughout Canada, and also other people that have chosen to make Inuvik their home from Canada and from around the world. All of this makes Inuvik a great place. Item number 2, the adoption of the agenda. Anything further needed to be added to the agenda? All right. The only thing we may have, and I know it doesn't meet the 72 hours, but we're waiting for a quote, is the Legion 100th anniversary. They've got a thing that you paint on the street. And so if we get the quote back in time, otherwise it would be, we can approve it at the second June meeting, but that would mean it wouldn't get painted probably until July. So I don't know if we'll get the quote before then. We're just waiting for a quote on that so that we know the Legion's providing all the paint, but we have to put it down. So that might be added, but we'll see. It might not be. Councillor Wayman.
Is there any way for these kind of special things that are late or missing or behind, or that we can prove it over email, like having passed our bylaw to we have it today? It's just simple things like that. We should be able to,
we should
all approve on an email, especially if it's for a 100th anniversary event.
No, I think it's definitely something we're all in.
I mean, not in everything, there's more important things than other things. But, little looser things we should be able to email.
Yeah, and it's not a big ticket item, but it's also not in our budget, so we just have to, council just has to approve it, but if for some reason we don't get it until later in the week, we can probably do that, and then even if we have to formally, then at the next meeting.
So they want us to paint it?
What's that?
They want us to paint it?
I think they've reached out to Paul, well, they want us to put it down, and then I think, Daniel, did you reach out to Paul? Yeah, so we're just waiting to get back. I mean.
Budget is it?
Huh?
What kind of budget is it? What kind of budget is it?
Oh, I don't know. There's no budget. The Legion is supposed to paint. And then there's a stencil, and then it just has to, it's red and white. 2 colors go down, but I mean, the road's gotta be clean, it's gotta be swept and then put down, but it's the Legion people have all the information on what they need, but they've just been waiting for us. That would be the only potential addition, but we'll see whether that even happens. Any further comments, questions, additions on the agenda? Okay. Item number 3, declaration of conflict of interest or pecuniary interest with any of the agenda items. Seeing none at this time, delegations, presentations, or petitions. We don't have anyone coming tonight. Item number 6, adoption of the minutes. Any errors, omissions, changes needed in the minutes from the May 25th to the 27th meeting? Seeing nothing there. Action items. I don't believe any of those. I think everything has been actioned in there. We're still waiting on the community plan zoning bylaw from MACA. And the other ones are just in progress that either staff departments are working on them or we're waiting to hear back from somebody. Any questions on any of the action items? Okay. 8.1, commercial free tipping as part of the community cleanup, request for council decision. We had some discussion about that. Deputy Mayor Barlick requested that information be sent out that was we were talking about, and this is all of the information that from last year's free tipping. Questions, comments from council? Deputy Mayor Barlick.
I would just say thank you to the staff for providing. This is a nice, very thorough overview of everything, much more detailed than we had before. So it's good to have it all laid out like this. It paints a pretty clear picture.
Any further questions or comments? We had discussed, the various options, sticking with the 10 loads per company, increasing it or decreasing it to 5 loads, or not allowing any commercial free tipping, commercial or industrial free tipping. No further comments? Oh, Deputy Mayor Barlick.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'll make the motion for waiving tipping fees to a maximum of five loads of any size.
Okay,
I'll make that motion. Motion number 3.
I'll second that.
I'll second that.
Wednesday.
So,
Oh, that's not right.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
on Monday, or on Wednesday.
Get ahead of myself here, 'cause I won't be here on Wednesday. But I'll be in support of the 5-1. I think we can clearly see there's a lot of smaller businesses that are taking advantage of it in smaller loads. And very few of them have actually even hit 5 loads.
Yeah.
And I would not want to see it totally eliminated. I think it's a benefit to a lot of businesses around town to give them a bit of a break where it's not a huge financial hit for the community. Since we're only getting half of those lost tipping fees anyway, which is only about $10,000-11,000 for the town. So it's not a huge revenue generator or revenue loss in a larger scheme of things. So I'd speak in support of the 5-trip.
Then you won't be here.
I'll be online.
Oh, you'll be online? Okay, good. Councilor Merrill, did you have a comment?
Same thing, I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh, you were just second. All right. This is the big one, 8/2/2026 final operating and capital budget. So we have had a number of discussions on this. It is still a deficit budget. So we did change things slightly, but not enough to not require drawing on the debenture that we currently have approved for capital. And so, so it's still a deficit budget. It also includes a 5% increase on the mill rate, 5% utility increase, and a garbage rate increase of 29%. So that does bring in some additional revenue, but we're still in a deficit overall. The committee has gone through it, council spent a fair amount of time going through the budget, and staff have gone through it. But it's still not a balanced budget. Any other thoughts, discussion? I think if we do pass it Wednesday, then it certainly has to have a stipulation that if it's not in the budget, it doesn't get purchased without coming back to council. Any savings we get or any additional funds we get will go towards our operating surplus, which will reduce the capital budget. The deficits on the capital side. Any other questions, comments? Deputy Mayor Barrow.
Commend again the fellow councilors and the staff for taking a tough look at this. I think it's again about as good as we're going to be able to get it at the moment. Hopefully we can realize some savings throughout the year on some of these items, but thank you everyone for taking a hard look at everything and being willing to make some adjustments and sacrifices in certain places to try to bring it as close as we can.
Yeah, definitely the staff council has done a good job on that, and like any other year, some stuff won't go through, and we're still waiting on some funding proposals that may bring down our direct costs on it. So if that happens, whatever we can do to keep that the amount we'll have to borrow on the debenture, because that will be something we'll be paying for in this term next year, and then something the other councils in future years will also be paying. So the lower we can keep it, definitely the better. But we also know that in a couple of years we'll have huge paving expenditures and other expenditures which we know are coming based on what our plans are. Councilor Merrill.
I noticed under land, we've got an expense that is 26,666.7% higher than previously. Is there a reason for that? I don't understand that.
You mean on
On the expenses,
the garb, sorry, which one?
under expenses, second from the bottom of land.
Very good.
Is that accurate? Is that really supposed to be that much?
It's the paper depreciation of the asset, the
Oh,
land, the $200,000,
Is that what it
$300,000.
was?
It's a paper thing.
Okay,
It's not really.
It's not real money.
But it's, yeah, we had a long discussion about it.
thank you.
any further discussion on the budget? Okay, 9.1, request for council decision, annual tax billing bylaw. And again, this is the 5% increase. We didn't have an increase this last year, to give everyone a break, but, with all of the costs going up that were associated with services, products, procurement, staff, costs, everything, that we did require an increase this year. And that's been accounted for in the budget that we have. Any further discussion? Okay. Departmental updates, we don't have those at this meeting. Information items, I've got a few information items. Pride Parade and Barbecue is Wednesday. Parade's 5:30, starting at Ingamo Hall, ending at East 3 Secondary School. And then there's a barbecue at that. I've already mentioned the Legion 100th anniversary this year. Charlotte and I were talking to the Legion executive this afternoon, looking at, they want to host some kind of event to celebrate. Hopefully sometime in July. They're looking at bringing up a band, community barbecue, some other events just to commemorate the 100 years. And so we were in discussion with them on what a good timing might be and what the town has for facilities, and they'll be going out looking for sponsorships on that and contributing Legion money. Last week and this past weekend, I was at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities AGM in Edmonton. Overwhelming to say the least, 2,500 to 3,000 delegates there. It's there was always people moving, like it didn't matter what time of the day, because they would have tours, they would have different sessions going on. Plus, if you've ever been in the Edmonton Convention Center, it's on the side hill like this. And so no matter where you go, you're either going up or down. And yeah, it was, I mean, it was good. The conference itself, I mean, we're tapping into some of those funds that are available, their municipal green fund and things like that, but there's other funding sources out there. The trade show was great. I spent a lot of time in the trade show, talking to various businesses, organizations about either funding they have or services or programs, products that they provide. And I've already fed some of that stuff back to staff that we may have applied for this in the past, but we haven't recently, and there might be some trail money, or might be some arts money, or might be other things that we can get, because they're very keen on getting money to all the communities, especially communities in the north. So that was worth the time spending there. Welcome back, Councillor Parrott. Welcome back, Councillor Parrott, who was on the Governor General's Leadership Conference for the past 2.5 weeks, and glad you had good experience on that. And it sounds like it was quite good. And the fact that you were participating in the last formal event that Governor General Simon would have. So that was it. She was done. That's all the information items I have at this time. Trace, anything further? No, so, yeah, okay. Any council information items? All right, item number 12, council concern. Oh, sorry. Councilor Raymond.
I wanted to step back to your dumping fees. Where'd you get your stats from?
That's from the contractor that they.
I was quite proud last year to haul only 25 loads and it says you're at 38. And I was really proud about it.
But you only had 25.
I know I only had 25. I keep
Okay.
everything in documentation. So your stats are fudged and it's not very nice.
All right, well, we can, we have note of that, Daniel, and, we
I'm
can
just not
let,
impressed that, it's not accurate.
so the concern is that they have clocked more loads than was delivered, or what?
I hauled 25 loads last year. I said I was very impressed with myself on keeping the garbage down.
Oh, okay,
It says in here 38 to 40 loads.
okay,
The stats aren't right.
okay,
In conduit drilling, the stats aren't right. I know that for a fact.
okay. Well, we should check that, because that.
I mean, if it's gonna make a decision on council, it should be accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like at 25, you're saying you guys wanna change it to 5 loads. I'm good with that, cause that means like at the 5 things I do,
Yeah.
it fits my schedule.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we have to fudge stats to get to that schedule, it's a little bit bad.
Okay. We can check on that, cause the other,
I'll just, I guess the word forge is just the word that is, so we got the stats from the landfill operator in an envelope, went through every slip one at a time, put it on Excel, and then I came up with this data. So we didn't forge any data, it was the slips we were given. Now, if somebody says they have a different information from, different from what we have in the slips, that's fine, we can have that conversation, but no data was forged. This is what we received from the contractor, and this is what we presented.
okay. Thank you, Daniel. Check your mic off. Okay. Any council concerns? All right, oh. Councilor Raymond,
Are we sweeping Main Street or are we waiting until July?
for which?
Are we doing Main Street? Are we cleaning the
You were
rocks
there
out
this
and
morning,
sweeping the
you were on
dust?
Main Street this morning.
The staff was out at 4:30 this morning on Main Street, sweeping Main Street.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was out here.
No, we were on Main Street. I was out at 7 a.m. myself.
I didn't see you.
All right, any further council concerns? Okay, your mic's still on, Councilor Raymond. Motion to go in camera. Moved by Councilor Merrill, seconded by Deputy Mayor Verlick. All those in favor? Okay. Thanks, guys.